What's poppin', world? I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that bell so you'll get a notification every time I post a video and every time I go live. Let's get into this. Today, we're going to talk about Jonah Hill and his ex-girlfriend, right? So apparently, Jonah Hill's ex-girlfriend is coming out with all these accusations, and she's trying to cancel him because she's saying that he was a misogynist and he was a narcissist when they were in a relationship. Now, this was over a couple of years ago, but now all of a sudden she wants to come out with all these text messages and all these screenshots to try to expose him. Now, if you don't know who he is, he's in the thumbnail, and I'm also going to show a video here in a sec of the whole scenario and how all of this is going down. Now, to get you up to speed, he's a guy who's been an actor in many movies, and he has portrayed the role of being a heavy-set guy, socially awkward, a guy who has problem getting women, so on and so forth, right? But in real life, it looks like he's worked on himself. He was with this girl who we're going to talk about in the video, and now he has a new girlfriend and a new baby. So how ironic is that? She wants to come out with these accusations when he has a new girlfriend and a new baby. Without further ado, I'm going to play this video. Then I'm going to get my 2 cents on the whole situation. Let's get into this.
Allegedly being misogynistic and narcissistic. She took the following private conversation via text messages to her Instagram story last night with Jonah Hill. Says, "Speaking out is so important though. No one does and people would rather believe in AB," to which Sarah replied, "Damn dude, I'm sorry you're stuck in that legal situation, or lack thereof. Thank you for saying speaking out is so important. It's scary but worth it. Because yes, people would rather believe in AB than the victim, which leaves us with one option, showing proof." Sarah Brady then proceeded to post her recent Instagram picture captioned, "Thank you for making me feel beautiful and wholesome in a swimsuit when I couldn't yet." Sarah then posted the following story saying, "This is a warning to all girls. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Love y'all, call me if you need an ear." The text messages shown say the following: "All the posts removed from my page with a screen recording attached." Jonah Hill then replied, "Good start. You don't seem to get it, but it's not my place to teach you. I've made my boundaries clear. You refuse to let go of some of them, and you've made that clear, and I hope it makes you happy." Then proceeded to attach a screenshot of Sarah's most recent Instagram video. Jonah Hill proceeded to say, "Respect however you want to live your life. You only get one sort of done with explaining myself." Sarah responded with 3 removes, not the video. "Yet it is my best surfing video. Would you feel better if the cover frame was different? Any more specific ones that bother you?" Jonah Hill replied with, "Yes, one that isn't of your thong." Sarah replied, "Not a thong, but K." Jonah Hill responds, "And as far as other pictures, you are in a bathing suit surfing or not, I'm done. There's tons. I'm going back to the past month. You want to argue and I don't." Sarah responds with, "You're done? What does that mean?" Jonah Hill then says, "I'm just over explaining myself." Sarah then posts a cropped picture saying, "I too struggle with mental health, but I do not use it to control people like he did to me. It's been a year of healing and growth with the help of loved ones and doctors to get back to living my life without guilt, shame, and self-judgment for things as small as surfing in a swimsuit rather than a more conservative wetsuit. And I'm sure there's still more healing from this pain ahead of me. Sharing this publicly now because keeping it to myself was causing more mental damage to myself than sharing it could ever do." Sarah then posted a cropped photo saying, "I'm feeling good. So far, mostly just relief and validation is what's coming out of this, but yes, true audience is getting bigger. Yet somehow I continue to feel less turmoil and more relief. Maybe because I already have been through being with a celebrity and all the public attention that comes with that. IDK," she continued. "The past year and a half people have been curious, and I've still been protecting him. Now I never have to ever again. I feel like now I'm allowed to be honest with others and myself, and before I didn't feel like I was allowed to. Honestly, been so much happier since I started sharing and not too spooked by all the public attention." Sarah then posted a cropped photo of Jonah saying, "Even the person I loved and shared a bed with uses me and can't just be like, yeah, you were super."
All right, guys. I hope y'all keeping up with all of this. They're going back and forth in these messages. In a second here, she's going to post screenshots of him laying out his standards in a more elaborated phase. Let's get into it.
Nice. Jonah then continued to say, "It hurt so badly, but I'm done apologizing. I was so lovely to you." She then posted a cropped Instagram message screenshot of Jonah saying, "Plain and simple, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless friendships with men, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past, beyond getting a lunch of coffee, or something respectful." Jonah then continued saying, "I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for romantic partnership. My boundaries with you on the ease of these actions have hurt our trust." She then posted another screenshot of Jonah Hill saying, "Literally just say hello and leave the convo. I love how your therapist thinks I suck. I'm literally the best boyfriend on earth." But who is Sarah Brady, the ex-girlfriend, doing this? Jonah's ex-girlfriend, Sarah Brady, a surf instructor, has taken to Instagram to share a series of text messages that she claims are from Jonah. These messages, if authentic, paint a picture of Jonah as a toxic partner, and Sarah isn't mincing words in her public criticism. Sarah and Jonah dated for about a year back in 2021. Their relationship, which seemed picture-perfect from the outside, is now being revealed as far from idyllic. In her Instagram posts, Sarah has labeled Jonah a misogynist narcissist, a heavy accusation that has certainly caught the attention of fans and followers. The text messages Sarah has shared suggest that Jonah was often upset about her posting photos of herself. This, she implies, is indicative of a controlling nature, a trait she further emphasizes with allegations of constant bickering over a range of issues. From her social behavior to her therapy sessions, it seems no topic was off limits for their disputes. Sarah has also criticized Jonah's understanding of boundaries.
All right, guys. You get the point. Now, here's what I have to say about all of this. Now, while they were in a relationship, Jonah expressed to her what his boundaries were, what his standards were. Now, she was a semi-pro surfer, so of course, she was going to be seen in a bathing suit, right? Now, once he laid these standards and boundaries out there, it was up to her to make the decision as if she was going to post these pictures of her in this bathing suit surfing or on the beach, or if she was going to continue to be a semi-pro surfer or instructor and not post the pictures online, right? That was up to her, right? But he set his standards and boundaries, right? As every man should. Let's be clear. Every man should have standards and boundaries when it comes to dealing with women. Every man, right? If she get with it, cool. If she won't get with your standards and boundaries, tell her to get lost, right? But every man should have these standards and boundaries when dealing with a woman. Every man should. Men are the head. Men are the leader, right? For some of my men and women of God out there, if you don't believe me, just read 1 Corinthians 11:3. I believe it reads, "The head of every man is Christ. The head of every woman is man. And the head of Christ is God." Right? For all of you out there who are, spiritual, religious, biblical. For those of you who are not, no matter where you turn, men are leaders, right? So it doesn't matter if you're spiritual, religious, biblical or not, right? Men are leaders, right? Women are attracted to men who are leaders. Women are attracted to men who are in positions of power, right? As a man, anytime you deal with a woman, right, in a relationship, you should always move in a position of power. Always. The mistake many men make is they get in relationships and marriages and they give up that power and they lose that power. And eventually, over time, that woman loses respect for that man. And that man ends up getting in situations that are not favorable for him. That man ends up spending unnecessary money that he doesn't want to spend. Taking trips that he doesn't want to take. Right? Agreeing to things within the household that burns him on the inside, right? Things that he really doesn't like. When dealing with a woman, men should always move from a position of power, right? There's a reason why a lot of men get disrespected within their households, but when that woman goes to work, she will do anything that boss tells her to do, right? She's head over heels for that boss, head over heels for that supervisor, head over heels for that job. If she has a trainer or a coach or a teacher, she'll do whatever they tell her to do, because that trainer, coach, or teacher is in a position of power, right? But when she comes home, you won't see that same energy, right? When she comes home, you will not see that same energy, right? Men should always move from a position of power. Now, what Jonah's doing, right? He set his standards. He set his boundaries. She could have been said, you know what? This is what I do for a living. I'm going to post these pictures. Me and you won't work. She could have been did that. But no, she stayed. But now, a year or two later, she wants to come out with all these accusations and all these screenshots and all these pictures and all these messages. Is it because he has a new woman and a new baby? Now you want to expose him? No, but you were with him when he laid out these boundaries, right? You was with him. Now you're trying to switch up and call him out, right? That's my 2 cents on it. Men should always move in a position of power. Now the woman can say, nah, I can't get with it. Okay, cool. We'll keep it moving. But men should always have standards and boundaries. Always. Don't be like a lot of these guys out here who mess up and give up their power. Then they're complaining down the road. And they want a divorce and they're unhappy, right? Or relationships don't work out because he got ran over. If a relationship doesn't work out for me, I want to be because I set a standard and a boundary and she couldn't get with it. Then I said, all right, we done then. I don't want it to be because I got miserable, right? Nah. We got to be real, guys. We got to be real. She's out of line for trying to expose him in this moment when he's with a new lady and he has a new baby. Let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100. She could have left him or not dealt with him at the time that they were in a relationship. She let all of that go on. She let all of that go on. But that's all I got for you guys. Like this video. Share this video. Also subscribe to the channel. And leave a comment because I could be wrong. I could be off on this. I can be off on this. Another thing, guys, remember, keep God first. And like I said, share this with your family and friends. We don't want to be stress-free by ourselves. We don't want to be stress-free by ourselves. I love you all. Be blessed.